Hello everybody, my name's Ryu Gozrar and welcome back to my video series again. Now this video we will be focusing on TvT. For my last TvT video, a lot of you may have remembered me doing some Cyclone mech. Now for this video we will be focusing on Biotank, which is of course Bio, and we will be doing what I like to consider one of the stronger and safer TvT openers. Now it should be noted that for this build it's a very technical. I personally like to go gas first in the matchup. However, there are variations of this build that are just single gas and Reaper fast expand. I may cover those builds later, but for now, I will just be sticking to this gas first one. Now for this build, you want to go, of course, gas first, and you want to grab your racks. On this map, I like to build my barracks in the back because if they ever siege tanks here, they're able to sniper add-ons. Now at 17 you're going to send out a worker to scout, and then you're just going to go ahead and grab that second gas. It's important that you scout every single TvT. You never know what your opponent is up to. You should get into the habit of always 17 scouting, or at the very minimum, 18 scouting. So we're just going to go ahead and see whether our opponent is going racks first or gas first. Sorry, gas first or, double gas. Whichever. It can be either or. Now, this build will get a reasonably quick CC, while also staying safe with our units. So we're going to go ahead and grab the Orbital, our Factory, and then our Reaper. We're going to go ahead and send that SCV back, seeing that it's a weird build. And we're going to pull one guy off of one of the gases, and two guys off the other. And then we're going to go ahead and make our depot.
Are you saturated yet?
And we're just going to sit back and, set up our hotkeys. TvT, I like to take this is my natural, this is my third, here is my fourth, and right here as my fifth. Now, we're going to go ahead and grab, ultimately, 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. An odd number, I know, but for people who are opening just 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion, this build will straight up destroy them, really catch them off guard. Let's go ahead and, after our factory, send the SCV down here. Let's make those Reapers, let's make those Hellions, and let's just get ready. We're going to cut workers for just a little bit so we can grab that CC. We're going to go back to making those workers. And we're going to go ahead and grab the Reaper and that last Hellion. We're just going to chill in our base a little bit longer. Now, this SCV here is going to be rallied out to finish off this wall. Like I said before, I personally like to go depot walls on this map, as a good siege can really mess you up. We're going to throw those workers back into gas, and we're going to go ahead and build that starport.
Need more minerals.
You can see the starport comes down just at 31, so we're not really majorly supply capped. We're going to go ahead and grab a tech lab on that factory. We're going to keep up with that SCV production, dropping those mules too. And after this barracks, we're going to grab that reactor. And usually by now, this is the moment in the game where you would send these units out. Now, I like to personally stay defensive with them up until I send them out. However, you can do whatever you feel is best. At the end of the day, how you choose to play the game is purely up to you, and your thoughts decide where the game will go. Your thoughts and decisions. Now we're going to go ahead and rally these workers down. We're going to go ahead and throw that starport onto this tech lab. We're going to make this a orbital, and we're going to grab that third gas right away. We're going to go ahead and make a Raven, not a Banshee. Or you can go Banshee, it's up to you. And then we're going to go ahead and grab 2 Marines, and just a single Cyclone. We're going to go ahead and kill that SCV scout too. As usual, we're just up against the easy AI, so we can focus on our macro, and we can focus on getting the build done right. This build is very technical. We want to be getting out a lot of Ravens and Vikings, and playing more of a positional game in TvT. For people who struggle to hold early tank pushes, or early drops, this build will help, as you have the right units early on to counter them. This is, of course, a defensive style of TvT, but not a weaker style. Go ahead and grab a depot. And the reason we went Cyclone first is because we're going to be skipping that eBay. And because we're skipping that eBay, we're not really going to have any missile turrets. So having that Cyclone still lets us kill all those Banshees. We're going to grab another depot, because we're about to be supply capped. We're going to get 2 more Marines. This is a bad supply block on my part, but nothing too big, nothing to fret over. I'm going to go ahead and grab that third CC by the 5-minute mark. And we're just going to Keep on making those depots, one at a time.
You're out of supply. Build more depots.
And you're gonna see these two finish up their units roughly at the same time. So we can lift the barracks after 8 Marines. And we can swap the two. We now have double Raven and a Cyclone. We can start Stim. 2 Vikings.
You have not enough minerals.
We have our 3rd CC on the way. And we got some tanks coming out. So this is a pretty strong opener. We got all of our stuff set up. We got the tech. We can hold most early pushes. Now, we're next going to go for double
We
eBay.
require more minerals. You're short on minerals. Are you saturated yet?
Send these units down here. We're going to go for that
Need more
next
minerals.
gas.
But there are plenty of
Another
rocks.
depot.
Not enough minerals.
And we're going to be making more Vikings. At this point, when you have the 2 Vikings out, you can instead move the Cyclone to maybe go aggressive, or just leave it with the main army. Up to
We
you.
require more minerals.
We're next going to go ahead and grab our 2 barracks. We're a little bit late on it. That's okay, though. We're going to be cutting a little bit of production for a while. So 2 barracks.
You have not enough
That 3rd
minerals.
CC.
Need more minerals. But
Into
there
an
are
orbital.
plenty of rocks.
We're going to get our 1-1.
You're short on minerals. Are you saturated yet?
We're going to be delaying this tank for a
You
while,
have not enough
so
minerals.
be a little bit patient.
Not enough minerals.
We're going to grab those next few
We require
Vikings.
more minerals.
Again, we're going to be going up to
Need more
8 units
minerals.
total. So, these aren't the last Vikings. We're now going to go ahead and grab that next tank.
Not enough Vespine gas.
We're going to go back to
You have
making
not
units.
enough CCs
Ooh,
upgraded.
that was a misplaced mule. Try not to do those. Those can hurt your income badly. We're going to go ahead and land that 3rd CC, as our natural is starting to get a little bit overpopulated. And send these guys down here. Let's grab these bad boys. We're going to move these because usually they would be dead. We'll move the Cyclone too, I suppose.
That mule
And
feels
now that we
fine.
have these units, we're going to
Looks like we're
make
going
some
to the
medevacs. And we're just going to grab all of our units and set them up. We're going to go ahead and drop 2 more gases. A depot. Another factory, because you want more of those tanks.
That one's been in
And we're going
there
to
for
try and line
years.
up our tanks in a line. The reason we do this is because if they ever commit to one tank, they have to commit to all of them. We're going to drop
Are you auto?
a cheating supply depot real quick, just because of a few macro errors. We're going to grab that combat shield. We're going to make those next few barracks. So 1, 2, and another depot.
Add-ons done.
I like to leave these Vikings by the Doom Drop spot, just in case they try something. Now, next I like to do
Need
my
more minerals.
sensor
But there are
towers.
plenty of
So let's go
rocks.
ahead and get these bad boys onto those gas. We're going to drop that first sensor tower. You can also leave a missile turret right over here to scout for early Doom Drops ahead of time. And we're going to make that last sensor tower right here.
You
We're going
require
to drop
more
those
Vespine gas.
drop those extra reactors in just a moment. We're going to get some more depots out.
This upgrade makes your
Some
unit
tanks.
stronger.
And you're going to see our armory is just about to finish as our 1-1 finishes. Now, in TvT, you can play aggressive or you can play defensive. With this build, I think it favors playing defensive. However, you can do whatever your heart desires.
Mineral field
So go ahead and
depleted.
grab +2/+2.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
We're going to transfer these workers down here. We're going to go ahead and get ready for that 4th base. Whoops, that guy wasn't mining for a while. We're going to make some reactors,
Not
some
enough
tanks,
Vespine
and we're
gas.
going to grab plus
Need more
1 ship,
Vespine gas.
or not ship
Might be time
weapons,
to
my
expand.
mistake, vehicle weapons. Grab some more depots.
Research
At this
complete.
point we can send out some spotter marines outside on the map. The trick is to click on the minimap and then click to unqueue them. We're going to drop that 4th CC. My,
We
so many
require
mistakes
more
today.
minerals.
And then we're going to drop some more depots. At this point we're just muling, keeping our worker count high. 72 is more than enough.
Need more
We
minerals.
can get some more medevacs, we can keep our tanks spread out. And as long as we have these vision marines, you know,
Add-ons
we're
finished.
really aware of kind of what's going on in the matchup. Send another one over there. You can see we kind of have vision wherever this guy wants to attack, if they want to attack. Of course, one of the issues being over there. We can send out another marine though, just send him over here. We're now at max supply, so we can grab these workers here, begin sending them down. Send these ones here to fill in the hole. These guys over here can go. And if we want, we can go ahead and start a second starport.
You're short on
And that fusion core, just in case. And after about 4 medevacs, what I personally like to do is I like to start beginning my liberators. And you may be asking yourself, why Liberators?
Wow.
Gonna go ahead and cancel a few of these Marines. The reason I like to go Liberators, and why anyone would in this matchup, is because when you have the air lead, and they do not, and you have all these tanks, there's really no way for them to really shut down your army in case you get a siege position. And then with the Liberators, you're now able to push back their army. And see here, we have a pretty tight army. Our +2/+2 is about to finish.
Upgrade's done. To what's up?
We have our air army. Oh, whoops, misclick.
That mineral
We can
field's
go ahead and
gone.
send them out.
Looks like we're going to the lake. Upgrade complete.
Try to have your Viking army on a
That
completely
field's been
separate
mined out.
hotkey.
Hope you have an
Otherwise, you may
extension.
make some control errors.
Reporting for action.
Let's go ahead and send out our units.
Insufficient funds. CC's upgraded.
Let's take these gases. Another CC, I suppose.
Wait.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Because it's the AI, we don't really need to do any preemptive sieges. However, what you can do is you could say, leave your Viking Raven over here, disable their Vikings, and, you know, just siege the bottom of the ramp. Behind this, we're just checking what's going on back home. We can drop some more starports if we want to. Don't want to drop any more because we may block here, so we can instead drop it, say, right here. Gonna grab Lib Range, and that's really all there is to it. We can use our Vikings and Ravens to kill other Vikings, disable tanks, or even anti-armor missile. But that'll be all for today's video. Thank you for watching.